Hello everyone, we are Team 6. Ashley, Carolyn, Ladan, Linda, Sarah, Sharon, and Sheila. We have decided to create an Ubu presentation because it is an excellent modern tool that allows you to talk face-to-face with up to 6 of your friends. Team 6 is actually 7 people, so we are going to read Sharon's contribution. The question that Team 6 is answering today is, how do you manage to maintain your long-distance relationships? We'll start with Ashley.
The long-distance relationships that I maintain are with friends that I met while I was traveling in Australia about 7 years ago. Even though we have only seen each other once in those 7 years, I feel very close to them, more so over the last couple of years, thanks to Facebook. Prior to Facebook, we weren't in contact very much at all. But once we were both on Facebook, we were able to share pictures easily, see what each other were experiencing, instantly send messages, chat through Facebook chat. And for me, which is sort of a one-stop shop to keep in touch with most of my friends that live overseas. Carolyn.
The long-distance relationship that I maintain is actually with my husband. He works out of town for up to 2 weeks at a time and will find himself in very remote locations all across Canada. So we rely quite heavily on our cell phones to connect. We try to talk on the phone or text if possible, but usually connect about 2 to 3 times a day. Sometimes we don't get a great connection, although my husband does have a special boost to make sure we do. And at the very least, we try to connect before bedtime. Madame?
Thank you. The long-distance relationship I maintain is with my best friend, Sharonal, who has been friends with me for over 14 years. She's currently back in Iran, and we rely on MSN Messenger, Facebook, Ubu, Skype, and anything that she can access to maintain the closeness between us. Everyday activities and major issues is what we discuss. And we always give each other emotional support by accepting each other's feelings and staying in each other's dreams and talking about problems. We don't let the long distance take away the closeness between us. And even though we are far from each other, we encourage each other when the problems arise and when there are accomplishments to share. Linda?
The long-distance relationship that I maintain is with my nephew, Justin. My nephew is 14 years old, and he lives on Vancouver Island, and I live in Vancouver. So I had to find a way that I could communicate with my nephew, and he's quite a lot younger than me. So we decided that we would communicate through online gaming. There are many different types of online games, such as Battleship, checkers, cards, to the more complicated multiplayer online games like World of Warcraft, and also online Xbox 360 games like Call of Duty. So last Christmas, my nephew came over and he created a character for me on World of Warcraft. So every week, we get together online and play the game, and we also chat about what's going on in our day-to-day lives using the chat dialog box. So this is an excellent way for us to keep in touch. Now to you, Sarah.
Thanks, Linda. The long-distance relationship that I maintain is with my best friend who lives in Calgary. And despite all the wonders of new technology like Facebook and MSN, it still completely eluded us as a means of communicating. We both have small children, and so making an actual phone date is a way for our chats to be special and something that we can both commit to and look forward to. I also think I'm really drawn towards the phone because this is how our friendship developed. I can completely recall many nights after school, we talk on the phone and we completely debrief about our day. And this continued on until we went away to our respective universities. And over the years, we talked probably about once every couple weeks. I know it takes a considerable amount of effort, especially at the time when, phones were, long distance phone calls were really expensive, but we both took turns, in taking the time to call each other. And I know that I use Facebook and MSN with, a lot of my other friends, but for this particular relationship, I love the phone because it holds a particular sense of nostalgia, and hearing her voice is still really, special and comforting to me. So that's why we use the phone. Sheila?
Thanks, Sarah. The long distance relationship I wanted to talk about today is one that I maintain with my second cousin, Irit. Irit lives in Germany, and we first met each other in 1991, but lost contact with each other up until 2001 when we were able to reestablish that relationship. Since that time, we've stayed in contact primarily using email and also mobile phone texting. The texting has been great. It's been the primary way, I would say, that we stay in contact to share news about family. In the last 9 years, we've spent, we've shared many things over the phone, texting, and by email. Births and marriages, all sorts of good stuff that keeps you together. So right now I'm going to talk a little bit about what Sharon has contributed to the group. Sharon writes about a number of long-distance relationships that she's maintained. She wrote that within the last 10 years, her friendships have grown and flourished. She uses Facebook to see what's going on, but the written word is still the best for her. She sees distance as only a problem when there isn't a strong base that the friendship has been built upon. And she best communicates by writing letters and certainly uses Facebook to maintain those relationships. And in conclusion, Team 6 has discussed and demonstrated the many different ways to maintain long-distance relationships. And it's interesting to note that within the last 10 years, new technology has really helped those relationships develop, grow, and even flourish because of the new technology. We hope that you have enjoyed our presentation, and we'll leave you with one question. Do you believe physical proximity affects how connected you are to your friends? And how does modern technology improve or shape that relationship? Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Bye.